Hey, good morning, everybody. Bob Trade Genius, 29th of November. Happy Black Friday. So China's going from bad to worse. So this pig problem is not going away, and the deficits are growing, and the prices are increasing, 230% increase in the spot price. Smithfield Foods CEO warned of basically China importing as many hogs as we can produce, affect the pricing in the United States. It's going to be a political problem. You know, they're trying to source from Brazil, Australia, Argentina, trying to grow their own crops in Africa and their own meat supplies out of Africa. And at some point, the pig issue is more than just China. This swine flu is spreading, and we're also going to have grain price increases going into the 2021 harvest season, and that's what's required to feed the pigs. And as pig goes, China goes. So keep an eye on this, but China has a different problem, and also this one reverbs to the United States too. So their banks are failing across the board, and the small banks are failing first, which is bad news for China because they really can't control the countryside. And then they're forcing the other banks to support those banks, and then the government's supporting the big banks and forcing more lending into a system that just can't absorb it anymore. When it collapses, their currency is going to collapse. They got to import food products. They're getting a lot of pushback now on their exports. So what we're going to see here is we're going to see food inflation. China is going to create a food inflation problem that's going to be exacerbated by the global solar minimums, and the central banks around the world. That's one thing they cannot paper over is food inflation. People need to eat. There's not enough food. Prices are going to go up, or it's going to get hoarded, or governments are going to confiscate it, and nothing good comes from any of that. So this is the domino that I've been following for the last 10 years. This is what I have foreseen, and it's going to be a nightmare for everybody. And so this is the area that you have to focus. And so you're going to need to really think through. In the United States, for sure, just make sure that you have some reserves in your home, and also that this is going to reverb throughout the entire economy, because at some point central banks are going to have to raise rates to defend their currency so they can import. And so you're going to see a lot of emerging markets simply collapse, just like what happened in the Arab Spring. But this time it's going to be bigger countries. India's in big trouble. China's in big trouble. It's the BRICS that can't feed themselves that are in big trouble. You have Turkey. Those are the countries that you have to start worrying about. Brazil and Argentina actually are going to be in pretty good shape because they have excess food to the population. United States will be probably kind of neutral. So I just want to throw that out at you, and it's really going to become really interesting. So this is where you want to focus. This is where the black dragon is going to come from. It's all coming from China. Don't listen to anything else. China's in deep weeds, and that tsunami is going to wash around the entire world. The good news for us is going to go from Asia to Europe, and then Europe to the United States. So we're going to have some time. We're going to see it coming this time. So you've been warned, and take action. You guys have a great day. I'm not shopping. I'm putting up Christmas decorations, and I appreciate you listening to me. A lot to talk about. A lot of things are happening, and I'll keep you informed the best I can. Have a good one. Bye-bye.